Hi everybody, it's Carla from Couplecade, and this is going to be a new series that I'm kind of starting. I got Fraser's help with a bit of it too and getting things rolling, and
hello.
He's behind the camera right now. I'm really nervous. I hope you guys like this series. I think it's going to be really fun, and I hope that we can really create a really cool community out of it. What is it about? Well, I guess it's a show, but it's mostly just me taking you through my process of how I'm doing my images, paintings, illustrations, what have you. So this could include projects for my last year at school here, or personal projects, commissions, fan art, stuff like that. Just hoping to share what I do with you guys a little bit more, and hopefully we can have a good time with that. Mostly with this, I really wanted to create a community for learning and sharing, so it's not just me like preaching to the choir or like teaching you step by step how to draw or how to do anything. I just really wanted to get communication going between us and you guys, the viewers. So I really want to kind of promote this idea of talking with each other. So what I'm going to do is eventually, once I have comments down below reaching to about like 10 different people commenting on the videos, then I'll start giving away free prints to people, and obviously we'll contact you and figure out the details. But yeah, it's a way for you guys maybe to have a little bit more incentive to type below what you're thinking and your reactions to things, and yeah. So right now I'm just doing this like whenever I have time, essentially, but in the future it might be cool if we did some streaming, some art, like as I'm painting stuff. Let me know if you guys like that idea or not, and I'll try to get it going faster or slower or whatever. So today being the first video, and it's being so close to the release of the new Pokemon Sun and Moon games, I'm going to be doing the Pokemon starters from that game. So video 1 is going to be Litten. It's really funny because I have to keep thinking of the name Litten because I always want to say Liddy. For some reason I always want to say Liddy. It's really weird. Anyway, so we're going to start with that, and I'm going to go into a little bit of detail of my composition and how it kind of evolved. This one I really struggled with. I'm not a huge fan of the Liddy design, I have to be honest. I find it a little awkward to try and fit a composition that looks nice with those protruding fluffs, I guess, out the side of its face. And yeah, so let's jump right into it. Let's see what I'm doing. So as you can see here, I'm starting with the sketches of Litten here, which is the new Pokemon starter for Sun and Moon. It's a cat Pokemon, and I believe that it's fire and dark. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a Pokemon genius. So what we're doing here is we're starting out with a sketch. Sketching is by far the most important part of your piece, because if you don't have a good sketch, it will turn into a crappy drawing. I tried out some different versions of him stretching at first, but it didn't work out, as you can see. I just couldn't make it work very well. It just looked really weird. I find it very awkward that Litten has these whiskers that poke out of his head, and it really makes it hard to work with that in a design. As you can see here, my line work is very rough. I think I'm just using a blue pen tool. Yeah, it's a pretty fun process. This was done on my first week of school, actually, so I had tons of time to be working on all this, and it was really, really nice. I wanted to do him stretching too. I had some photo reference, but honestly the angles were just really, really funky and weren't really communicating very well. He's kind of got a weird back end. I tried fiddling with it, squishing it up a bit, so I just said, you know what, screw it. We're gonna have him lying down now. I don't want to screw with this anymore. You have to make sure that everything is fitting on the canvas size, and that's one thing that I really like about Photoshop, is that you can resize everything and just make it work no matter what. As you can see, I'm really fiddling around with everything here, and honestly, it's so nice because I would be doing all this initial sketching on a piece of paper first, and I'd have to draw it maybe 2-3 more times in order to really get things the way I want, even before I would transfer it to a canvas or whatever I'm working on. I bet you're wondering why there's turquoise here. Well, actually, what I use for these Pokemon starters is a background color that is actually the complementary color of the major color scheme. And for this one, it is in fact red, and the complementary color is green. So I wanted to go with a nice turquoise. Here I got a little reference photo, so I can now find the correct colors to use it for this image. And as you can see, I've already started here. I'm starting to get used to like recording my work, so it kind of jumps around in spots, but I think we're good for the rest of it here. I'm really roughing this in so that you can see the colors underneath the turquoise bleeding through, so it has a bit of interest and it's not just gray or black. I really had a lot of fun with these drawings and paintings. I guess they're digital paintings, because this was right before the Edmonton Expo, and Fraser and I were so pumped, but I realized that I didn't really have a lot of fan art in my repertoire. I do mostly original works, especially since I'm in school. That's literally all we're allowed to do, so no fan art. And I hadn't done fan art since, I don't know, probably in junior high. For those of you that don't know, I went to a high school and junior high that was dedicated to the arts, and I was really passionate about it, but I actually was not involved in their art program at all. I stopped taking art in about grade 9, and I instead took, what did I take? What was it called? I can't remember what the course was called, but I took a digital illustration course in high school and a bit of animation, and that's what really got me passionate. I was super inspired by Disney and video games and TV shows, and that's kind of where my passion for the arts stemmed from. So from there I graduated, and I knew for sure that I wanted to be a character designer or concept designer, but I didn't quite know the route to take. So my cousin, who's an animator in Vancouver, or now in the BC area, he recommended that I do a bit of both worlds. I do a bit of fine art and I do a bit of animation, and that way I could combine the two. But yeah, that's not exactly the route that I did take, funny enough. I did do fine arts. I did 2 years of fine arts, and I got my diploma there, and I actually transferred into a design program majoring in character design, so that worked out pretty dang good, I gotta say. So yeah, I'm now in my 4th year. I'm almost done, and things are going really well. But yeah, that went really off topic from the fan art. So as you can see here, I've done a lot of coloring in here. I'm now working on a bunch of the shadows here. I'm still referencing that reference photo, or I guess drawing, very much. I did intentionally leave a bunch of bleeding of the turquoise through, again, so that you can see that underpainting. Here I'm having a lot of trouble here trying to resize these whiskers because they're sticking out way too much in order for the head to be turned at a 3/4. I had a bit of troubles with my layers there. I don't know why. Photoshop usually, like if I'm selecting 2 layers at the same time, it usually will like transform them both, but it just didn't. Here I'm also working on adding some lighting, which is, I guess, more shadows and more reflected light. So I've got cool colors. I've got more of that turquoisey tone for like a backlight. You can kind of see it going along the back end there. And I've got a more reddish pinkish, actually, more pink, yeah, light for the warmth coming from the front, and it acts more as a shadow, as I realized. I am using overlay, I think, on my layer so that it doesn't completely change everything
that I've been working on. And here I am using an overlay of a lighter turquoise to kind of make that blue pop a bit more on the back. I always fiddle with these properties to really get a beautiful cohesive look with everything in terms of colors. It really makes the picture whole, and it makes me super happy when things just start glowing off of the page. And I think we're almost done here. I'm just cleaning up a bit. I'm cleaning up some edges, cleaning up some lines, checking to make sure everything's okay. It is purposefully rough. That's the way I wanted it. Here I'm adding some texture with some fur. Again, it's overlaid, nice and subtle, and I really like it. So here we are with the final product. I hope you guys really like it. I like it a lot. Good old Litten. So now this guy is available for prints. Yay!
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. Like I said, if I get up to 10 comments, then I'll start giving away free prints. It'll be 1 print per video. I'll figure out more options about that stuff later, like whether it's just the print of the video or you get to select a print. I'm not sure. But anyways, I hope you guys really liked it. I'm really excited to show you guys more of my work, and a lot of diverse work at that. Stay tuned, so you're going to see the other 2 Pokemon starters I'm going to do. I have a question for you guys to write a comment in down below, and the question is, what has been your most unique experience with a cat? I want you to go into like something a little bit weirder, like maybe you rescued a cat from a shelter, or maybe you saved a kitten from something, or maybe you had a unique experience like me where I was cleaning a house and the cat was trying to attack my duster while I was cleaning. It made cleaning the house a way harder job. Anyways, yeah, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more of my art videos and more of our regular videos. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.